Welcome for today's session, Planning for Security in Information Security. We are starting with an overview of how to create an information security program. This process begins with reviewing or establishing key security policies, standards, and practices. These form the foundation of a secure environment. Next, we develop a security architecture and detailed blueprint to guide all future security efforts. Finally, security training is critical as it ensures everyone standards their roles in maintaining security. Policies are essential because they define the direction and boundaries of an organization's security efforts. They are foundational, beginning and ending every security program. Policies are cost-effective controls to sometimes challenging to implement effectively. There are several rules to remember when shaping policies. They should comply with legal requirements, be well supported to contribute positively to organizational success. Most importantly, they should involve end users who interact daily with information systems. Let's define some key terms. A policy is a set of instructions from management that outlines acceptable and unacceptable behaviors along with penalties and an appeals process. Standards specify requirements that support these policies. Practices and procedures and guidelines offer detailed explanation for implementing the policies. For policies to work, they must be well disseminated, read, understood, and accepted by everyone in the organization. So, this is the diagram which represents policies, standards, and practices. This is the hierarchical relationship between the policies, standards, and practices with an organization, showing how each level builds on the previous one. Policies. Policies are created and sanctioned by senior management. They provide high level guidelines and objectives for the organization, ensuring alignment with the company's strategic goals. Policies serve as the foundational layer of governance. Coming to the standards, these are derived from policies and are based on them. They carry the authority of the policies and provide specific measurable criteria that need to be followed. Standards ensures consistency in how policies are applied throughout the organization. The practices, procedures, and guidelines, these are the detailed steps that actions that help meet the requirements defined by the standards. They describe day-to-day tasks, operational procedures, and guidelines to ensure compliance with standards. The arrow marked drive indicate that policies drive the standards, which in turn drive the practices, procedures, and guidelines. This hierarchy ensures that the organization's daily operations align with its overall policies and standards. These are the three main types of security policies. The first is Enterprise Information Security, EISP. This policy sets the overall security direction and defines who is responsible for various security tasks. Second, the issue specific information security policy, ISSP, which focuses on particular technology issues like email or web use and is often updated to reflect new technology or risk. Finally, we have the System Specific Information Security Policy, SYSSP, which provides standards and procedures for configuring and maintaining specific systems. Components of Issue Specific Security Policy, ISSP. Let's break down the components of an ISSP. This includes a clear statement of policies, outlining the policy scope and applicable technologies. Authorized access and usage defines who can access the systems and how they should use them, while prohibited usage covers unacceptable behaviors. System management specifies requirements for various protection, monitoring, and physical security. Lastly, it details the violations of policy with reporting and penalty process, as well as a policy review schedule and limitations of liability. Access Control List or ACS. These are the important tools for managing system access. An ACL specifies who can use the system and under what conditions. For examples, ACLs allow administrators to control not only who can access the system, but also where and when they can do so. This granular control is a key for enforcing security standards across platforms like Windows NT or Novel Netware. An information security blueprint is the basis for our security framework covering policies, trainings, and technological controls. It's a detailed roadmap for implementing the security measures, ensuring that tasks are prioritized, scalable, and adaptable for future needs. This blueprint helps the organization plan for comprehensive security coverage now and in the coming years. To wrap up, we have reviewed the importance of a structured approach to security, starting with wrong policies and a strategic blueprint. Moving forward, it's essential to implement the security blueprint, conduct regular risk assessment, and reinforcement security training. These steps will help to create a proactive, well-prepared security environment. With this, we will conclude our session. Thank you.